TOA Fit Body Bootcamp and Fit Body Forever communities. What's up, everybody? I'm Robert Linkle, owner of TOA and your Director of Education over at Fit Body Bootcamp. I am here today to tell you a story about my dad. I was just working on a project and came across some of these photos, and this story that I'm about to tell you, the photos just lined it all up perfectly. And so I thought I would share it all with you if you want to have a couple of minutes just to experience all this. And you will notice the first things first, it's a nice rainy day here. I've got the windows open, the doors open, I'm enjoying this. You will notice, first of all, I look quite different back in the day here than I do now, so go easy in the comment section. All right, here we go. The year is 2012. I have been selected as a speaker to go to the personal training conference at the M Resort in Las Vegas. I have my team going with me. We are all gonna head down there. I'm excited to go down there and present. And while I'm there presenting, I find out that I'm actually presenting in front of a television screen in the hallway because I was doing a business presentation. At the time, the NSCA did not offer continued education continued education units or continued education credits, CEU, CECs, for business talks. So I do this whole presentation kind of out in the hallway in front of the expo, and I think, man, this is just a disaster. And come to find out, I have been nominated for an award after this presentation as Trainer of the Year. I was also nominated as Trainer of the Year for EAS and was one of their featured trainers as well. I met my very good friend Carrie at this event, and we've been buddies for the last 10 or 12 years or so. And so I called to tell my dad, hey, I've been nominated for this award, and we get a little visit. He and Keagan and I, we all get to kind of hang out. I tell him the good news. Dad, I have been, and just another quick side story, I'm at URSA, and I am there with the company Cybex, and I'm working at their booth, and Boyd Epley, at the time was the was the chief operating officer for the NSCA. He comes walking through the expo and he goes, Robert Linkle, right? And I said, yeah, hey Boyd, how are you? And he goes, there's about 2 or 3 personal trainers in this industry that I respect, and you're one of them. And I said, hey, thanks Boyd, that's quite the compliment. And he goes, anything for our Trainer of the Year award winner. And I went, what? And he goes, I gotta get going. Good talking to you. And he just turned and he booked it away. And I went, oh my gosh, did I just find out that I won this award? So not like an hour later, I get a call from my buddy Curtis, who was the membership director at the time. And he goes, hey, Boyd just called me, told me that he let the cat out of the bag a little bit. And he goes, just when they call you, just pretend that you're surprised, okay? But yes, you've been named Trainer of the Year. And so the NSCA National Conference was in Providence, Rhode Island. We live in California. My dad, my mom were living in Tampa, Florida. So Dad says, this is a great honor. I am going to be at that event with you. So Keagan and I fly out. Dad flies out. We're having this awesome event. It's a super dark room, so the photos aren't great. But Jeff Siegel, Mark Nutting, these were the 2009, 2007 Personal Trainer of the Year award winners. Brad Schoenfeld is here. I'm posing for photos with him. He was the 2011 Personal Trainer of the Award winner. My buddy Mike Martino. Both of us had a lot more hair back then. Mike won Educator of the Year. Gary Schofield won Strength Coach of the Year. Like, we're all having this great time. And one of our speakers at the event is Al Vermeil, okay, who is brothers with Dick Vermeil, who was the Philadelphia Eagles, the movie, what is it? Invincible. Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. The young coach, I forget that actor's name, but the guy that's opposite Mark Wahlberg in the movie, he's playing a young Dick Vermeil. And he does all these great things with the Eagles, and then he eventually becomes the Rams head coach when they're in St. Louis, the greatest show on turf, and they had won, a Super Bowl, gone back the following year, lost by a little bit. Like, this great story of Dick Vermeil kind of going from nothing to something. And his brother, Al Vermeil, is the keynote speaker at this event, and he's up there being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And while we're sitting there, this is Curtis Lords, by the way, our membership director, and he and Keagan were really good buddies. There's my dad in the background of me with my award. There's Keagan with Curtis. We were just having such a great night. So while this is all happening, my dad goes, Al Vermeil, I know him. And I go, you do? And he goes, yeah, went to school with him. And I was like, no. And he goes, yeah, I know him. I know him. And I'm like, okay, Dad. Like so he goes, go over there and talk to him. So here I am waiting to talk to Al Vermeil, and I start to talk to him. And as I'm talking to him, he goes, what's your last name? And I said, Linkle. And he goes, and he looks over at the camera and he goes, is that your dad? And I said, yeah. And he goes, hey. And he turns around and he looks and he goes, Dick. And he finds Dick Vermeil. Dick Vermeil looks at me and he goes, what? And he goes, it's Dickie. My dad's name is Richard. And I'm like, holy shit. Like my dad knows the Vermeil brothers. And the next thing you know, here we are all hanging out. My dad's introducing me to Dick Vermeil, and they're reminiscing about going to school together at some point, to the point where they all recognized each other. Like they were over the moon to see each other again. And apparently it had been, some time. So we got photos and we all got to hang out. And my dad was just on cloud nine, man. Like he could not have been happier. So the whole night's kind of wrapping up. And we're walking back, we get in the elevator, and my dad's like, what a night. Like Al Vermeil, I haven't seen him in forever. Dick Vermeil, this just the whole energy of the room. It was so fun to connect with those guys. Like, man, I'm never gonna forget today. And you and your award, that was cool too. Like, thanks, Dad. Thanks a lot. The whole night was overshadowed by the fact that he got back to seeing his buddies that at some point he went to school with. And he was so excited that he got to see them and by the way, celebrate with me and my little award, that I had won. But it was such a fun night. He had such great energy. The fact that he, at the time, they did not have a ton of money. They just made, well, not just, but they'd been in Florida for a couple of years. We're really kind of starting to turn things around. They'd financially had a lot of struggles at one point, and they were just starting to make the turn. And so spending $1,000+ to fly to Providence, which was not an easy travel at the time. One of the big airlines, I don't know which one, but one of them, I think United has a huge hub in Providence, and one of the other airlines went on strike. And so it was all on one airline to get everyone there. And it was just a huge pain in the ass to get everybody there. And so the fact that the event even happened and that everybody was there and that we all got to meet and just that he was there to see it. And he had all these great jokes as a marketing director. He's like, hey, when you get home, I want you to do a Heisman and do some of these photos where it's you're yelling at your clients. And then we're going to, you're trainer of the year. All these great things. There was a really good one I couldn't find it, a Keagan and I laying in bed that night and the trophy in between us, just goofy stuff. It was just such a fun night. So I wanted to share that story with you all. I hope you enjoyed it. And Dad, thinking of you as always, sending you lots of love, appreciation for always being such a great human being and being in my corner. Much love. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Until next time, continue to fight your good fight against sarcopenia. Take care.